All right, I'm gonna start this meeting off by asking all of you, how do you feel about how you ended April? And you can write like good, bad, whatever your response is in the chat, please. Leanne says sucky, Des says good. Good. All right, now when you look at how you showed up in April, are you happy with that? So for me personally, I think I ended April good, but when I look at how I showed up in April, I know I definitely could have done better. And then my next question was, could you have done better? And so could you have done better in April? I personally definitely could have, for sure, 100%.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said, never mind. Yeah, I could have did better, but I didn't.
That's okay. That's why we have new months to start over. Okay, so now I have another question. And if you were watching you and considering signing up with you, with how you showed up in April, would you want to sign up under yourself? So do you think you were good enough at showing up and showing up for your business that you would have wanted to sign up with you? Does that make sense? And then drop your answer in the chat. I know me personally, I'm not super thrilled with how I showed up. I feel like I was definitely all over the place. And I feel like that kind of comes from my past team that I was on, because we never had like structure. And I know like weeks I'm like, okay, I'm going to be customer focused. I was definitely throwing promoter stuff in there. Like I was just all over the place. But this month I sat down and I did things a little differently. And I put in my notes like just customer topics to touch on every single day of the week. And then underneath I put just promoter topics to touch on for next week for me, because this week I'm customer focused, next week I'm promoter focused. And if you guys are wanting examples of how I did that, I can drop it in the chat, but that right there alone is definitely helping me stay focused on customer and promoter weeks there. All right. Now, drop in the chat, can you do better this month and will you do better this month? Because I want you all to promise me that you are going to have like the most rock star month you've ever had since signing up. Ooh, love it. Yes and yes. Crystal, you are very new too. You already did awesome though. Love it. All right, I want everybody to answer this question too. What do you feel is holding you back from doing better? Like, what are your excuses? I know for me, it's self-doubt and just excuses and laziness. And my word for this month is self-discipline, like big time. I get in a routine of, I don't need to do this today, or I'll do it tomorrow type of thing. Easily discouraged. Oh, yep, same. Or like I play the comparison game a lot. That's horrible. Des, where you at? Ooh, subbing too much. Okay, those are all great. I'm so glad you guys are participating in this. Honestly, if you wanted to just unmute yourself, you could do that too. Busy life, balance. That is busy life, like finding that balance between work and life balance, however you want to say it, that is definitely a difficult one as well. I feel that a lot. Okay, so we have multiple different daily IPA checklists to do. And I'm wondering, do any of you follow any of those and complete them? Do you follow them, maybe complete half, or you don't care to follow one, or you just don't follow one? How does that work for you guys? Because I know I personally don't follow them very well, and I know I need to. So I'm about to print one off after this and make sure I'm hitting every single one of those. You have one printed out. Does that count? I love it. I had one printed out too, and I started writing on it. I think I threw it away. Okay, so let's all make a pact that we are going to be getting those checklists printed off, because there's multiple of them. So find one that fits you. And how about we just start following that every single day just for 1 month and see where it leads us, because I guarantee you guys, it's going to lead us somewhere really good. Really good. And I know the people who are following them, they're ranking up, their businesses are booming, they're not letting those excuses get in their way. And I know for me, that's something that I definitely do. So I definitely need to follow one. And I think we should have a little thing in the chat where we either check them off and drop them or something. Maybe a boom challenge again in there. How did we feel about the boom challenge for those of you who did it last month? I know, Leanne, you know what I'm talking about. And I know what your biggest struggle is, like, for checking off those checklists. Like, what's the one thing you just dread doing every single day? I know me, I hate starting conversations. Absolutely hate it. Because it's not that I feel like it's cold messaging, but I don't know. I just hate that you never know who you're going to get, even though you're being your true authentic self and you really want, I just feel like it's almost pushy starting those conversations, but I know it's so important because I think I go in it with a mindset of I'm trying to make a sale instead of I'm trying to make a genuine friendship that will maybe one day turn into a sale or like my next best friend. So I know for me personally, it's starting conversations and I need to get so much better at that. But that's like the one, I can follow people all day. I can like and comment on their stuff. But when it comes to getting in their messenger or, in their inbox, that's like my biggest struggle ever. Ooh, I do not like that one. So if you guys have any tips or tricks for that one, send them my way because your girl needs some help. Let's see, what else do I have here? You also have trouble with writing personal posts. Same. You feel like you annoy people with the conversations. Yep. Make time for it. Like, you absolutely cannot go without it. I love that. Yes. Sorry, I'm just catching up on some of these comments. I love them because I feel all that. So I think maybe in our chats, if we can just hold each other a little bit more accountable, I think that's going to really help us in May a lot, because we know we have to do it and we have those people counting on us to do it. And if Crystal can do it, then I can do it. If Leanne can do it, then Des can do it. And Kaylee and just everybody. How do you, okay, this other girl in here, how do you pronounce your name? Can you unmute yourself? Because I don't want to butcher it. K-E.
Oh, I was like, are you talking to me, Keisha?
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's Keisha.
Keisha, that's what I thought. I just did not want to say it wrong and look like a fool. So thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, I'm like super shy, so I never talk on these. I always listen.
You don't have to talk, but I do appreciate you just doing that for me. Thank you. All right, next, are you showing up as a leader when you are promoter focused? If not, you're not only hurting yourself, but you're hurting your team, you're hurting people watching you, and the ones who are holding off on joining you. This company, this pay, these products could be exactly what they need. That could be your next rock star promoter, but because you aren't going full force 100% into this business, they are afraid to join, and there goes a potential 200K under you. So did that hit anybody else like it did me? Because me not starting those conversations could be me losing out on a 200K promoter that could be under me. Oof, that got me in the feels. So that right there is my little aha moment on girlfriend. You need to be starting those conversations. Yes, you're feeling me. All right. And another thing I wanted to touch on, and this really isn't going to be that long. I think I'm already almost done with some of my notes, but have you guys completed the trainings in the RA group? Yes or no? I'm talking like all of them, watched all of the product knowledge videos. And I know some of you are still new, so that's understandable. I've been in here since October. I'm gonna be honest, I watched all of them, but then they started adding more and more to them and I've not went back through. So that is something that I do need to go back through and redo. I know that I'm going to start doing like 1 or 2 videos a day and I'm going to make it a priority because I need a refresh for May. And it's not that like I don't know the products and stuff, but I just feel like having that good refresh and restart for this month is going to be really, really good for me. And those product videos that a lot of our side sisters did, and I think pretty sure Des did one too, correct? They all worked so hard and dropped all those for us. So if you have not watched those, go and watch 1 or 2 a day and take notes. So that way you can drop that knowledge on your customers when they ask about a product. And you're not just like, oh, what does Activate do? Oh, well, it's a pre-workout. It gives you energy. It's like a midday pick-me-up. Like go through the ingredients. What I did today, I actually did a product post of the vitamins and I watched Shelby's video this morning. Now I know about the vitamins, I know the absorption rate, I know a lot, but sometimes I get ahead of myself and I'm just like, I know what I want to say, but I want to say so much, I just can't focus on saying it. You get what I mean? So today I'm like, I'm just going to go watch that video. It was like 3.5 minutes long, 4 minutes long. It was not very long. I took all these notes. I turned all these notes into my posts for today and I'm getting messages about the vitamins. So try and watch those, take some notes, make a product post about it. And I bet you'll get some bites or maybe get out some samples or something from doing that. I know that's going to be really helpful. And I came from a different team in this company. We did not have any of these trainings. We did not have any of these product knowledge videos or anything like that. So having that, take it from somebody who did not and who does now, it is seriously so important. And we are so lucky to have that kind of stuff. So I know I need to do better. We all need to do better in May. I want all of us to look back 6 months from now and be like, I'm glad I made those hard changes in May. I feel like that is going to be so damn important for us. I feel like we could go from 4K to 80K within 6 months if we put our heads down and ran really hard. And I'm not talking like, because we're all under Aspen right now, I'm talking like each of us could be in 80K if we put our heads down and just ran and did all the hard things and checked that list off every single day. Even though there's going to be days we don't want to, just like the E60 challenge, and I do not want to work out tonight. It's been a rough week for me, but I'm going to get off this Zoom and I'm going to go do it anyways because we got to do the hard things. So I also want you guys to remember that if you did not show up full force last month, remember that this month could be a seed planting month, where next month can definitely be a harvest plant or a harvesting month where you're getting all of those sales. So if this month is slow for you, just remember, keep showing up every single day, stay consistent, do the hard stuff and get uncomfortable. And if you need help, please reach out to one of the leaders, whether it be me, Aspen, Shelby, Ryan, somebody to help you. Nobody's going to tell you no, I promise. They might have to schedule a later date, but nobody's going to tell you no, I'm not going to help you if you need a one-on-one. So one thing I read in this book too, it says whatever comes out of your mouth comes into your life. So speak good things, not only about your business, but also about yourself. That book that I'm reading, Wherever It Went, is a lot about what you say, you put out, and a lot of it is obviously about money. But this girl who wrote this book, she's like, I hated money. I thought it was gross, but yet I wanted money, but I wasn't capable of making money. And I was so negative about it. And there was a stigma and all this stuff. And it's like, if you If you just change how you think about things, my husband and I were sitting down and he said something like, must be nice. And I was like, I think he's out there listening, but I said something about, oh, they live in this camper and they travel around the country. He goes, oh, must be nice. I said, why don't you change your thinking to that's going to be us. That's really cool. We can do that. And he was just like looking at me all weird. I'm like, what you say happens. You should be saying we're going to be millionaires. You're going to have a millionaire team under you. Just, speak the good things. You guys, we got this. We really do. I hope this Zoom is not going how I thought it was going to go. I thought there's gonna be a lot more of us on there, and Aspen and Shelby always fire me up because there's other people talking, so I'm sorry if this isn't like the best Zoom you've ever been on, but I'm trying. I promise. So, but is anybody else fired up for May? Because I feel like extra fired up, and I was so nervous to do this by myself. I actually took a chill like 30 minutes before this. So is anybody else fired up with me? Ooh, thank you. Thank you. Now, drop what rank you're going for in the chat this month. And I'm saying rank. I'm not saying drop like you want to do $1,000 in sales, 4K, 12K. Woo! I'm loving it. Oh man, my kid's in there screaming. All right, perfect. I hope you guys took a little bit away from this. I hope we all print off those checklist sheets and we follow them to the T for a month and see how much it changes. Our business changes. Say good things every day. We talk about manifesting. I actually have this book right here. I manifest in every single day, not only for myself, for my family, for my business, for my personal life, but I literally manifest for almost every single person on this team under Ember Legacy. It's not just me. So, I hope you guys start saying stuff out loud, believing in yourself because you are so damn capable. You can do the hard things. If you're struggling, even if you just reach out to me, I'll give my phone number to anybody who needs it, who needs some uplifting. You need a one-on-one. I'm going to remind you of the badass B you are, and we got this. So does anybody have any questions or want to say anything before we get off? If you do, please unmute yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on. Des, do you want to add anything? Or anybody else?
I don't think so. I think you covered like everything. You did great.
Thank you.